Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Hey Journals. It's your girl Black Mamba and of course the wonderful and beautiful AP. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Well, better now.
As the world burns down around us.
But the stocks are up. I was actually terrified of opening up my little portfolio this morning. I just thought, what's in store? And you know what? Apparently, you know what makes money? Chaos.
Kooky people.
Yeah.
Kooky.
Mm-hmm.
The kooksters.
Yeah.
I had to try to sit down and explain to Keek what was happening. Mm-hmm. I actually think you'd be really proud of the conversation that I had.
Yeah.
So I said to her, you know Sasquatch?
Yeah.
You know, and she said,
like the traditional Sasquatch.
Yeah. And she was like, yeah, 1000%. And I said, and you know how like, even though it's 2021 and we have the best cell phones we've ever seen, right? I mean, this podcast is taped on a cell phone. We're making leaps and bounds. And you always have that one kooky uncle. And it could be black, white, Hispanic, Asian, who's like, no, I saw Bigfoot. I went camping with my brothers. The sun was setting. I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. They have like Sasquatch. There's still like Sasquatch hunting parties.
There's shows. The Travel Channel is killing it. They are killing it.
Yeah.
Which actually enrages me, and I'll get to that another day. But you obviously understand that takes a certain kind of person.
Yeah.
Those people typically also believe that 9/11 was an inside job, that we purposely tried to kill our own people. They believe that the bombing in Paris, they kind of sometimes go in the same way. Not everyone.
Amazing. It's like the Da Vinci Code. The connections that people can make is just downright fascinating.
You know what's more wild is that they can make those leaps, but just like regular shit, like a woman being raped and her not wanting to keep it, blows their minds.
Yeah.
So anyways, I said to her, do you kind of understand that there are people who believe a lot of wild things? That doesn't mean it's right, wrong, or indifferent, but it depends on how you handle that going forward, and the way that was handled shouldn't have happened. Yeah. And she was like, I only have really one question, which is like, how have they never got like a full clear image of a Bigfoot? I was like, see what I mean? Like, you're getting it. Right? Like the questions we ask. I said, I need you to understand that as adults, I don't understand, right? I don't understand how you make a living from hunting something that we all know doesn't exist. We all know it doesn't exist. Okay.
You know, what's funny is my mind has been broadened recently. Truly.
Yeah.
Just blown
from
open.
The Bigfoot, from the BS.
Well, not the Bigfoot, but just a lot of things happening as of late.
Okay.
Like here's mine.
Okay.
Aliens.
Okay. Now, I can make that leap.
So you're telling me we're in an infinite, never-ending universe, and we're the only pieces of shit that were ever made?
And we're not even nailing it. Like
no, we're trash.
1000%.
And I think I'm pretty decent in the trash bucket, but like I'm on the top.
Like I'm on the top of the trash.
Like maggot eating. Like
no.
You know what I mean?
I'm the banana that just got eaten
at the bottom.
No, I'm not the liquid that you don't know what it is.
Yeah.
At the very end when you dump your trash.
Yeah, no.
I told my husband the only reason...
I'm like the light napkin that really you just use to like wipe the oil off.
Right.
And like, yeah.
Just right on the top.
I'm still white, but I'm trash.
And you could still be kind of usable, like if you had to.
Oh yeah, like if we've all reached and reused that napkin in the trash, like real quick from the kitchen. You're like, oh, I got it. Like that's me. It's because...
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a gift that keeps giving.
Not in the middle, not at the end. Mm-hmm. I told my husband, I said, I do believe that aliens exist. I told you, okay, we're going to get into this in a second.
Yeah.
But I believe that they're actually, if they are abducting us for a completely different reason, they want to know, how did you fuck this up? You fucking morons. How did you fuck this up? So let's get it straight. You're fucking killing each other at a wild rate. Wild rate. All of the women who you chased after so much, and by the way, we buy into it too, right? We get the hair done, the nails done, the makeup done, the tits done. We get everything sucked in, pushed up, and put out, right?
Yeah.
Only to have these dudes keep us in their basement and try to skin us like cats and wear us like a fucking jacket, right?
So that it goes on to my point, I guess, of all of my emotions towards what happened yesterday. And And because I have a problem in my life.
Okay.
Because I'm a problem solver.
You really are.
That's what it is.
It's what you do.
I don't like to get worked up.
No.
I like solutions.
Yes.
And so I started doing a little number crunching. And we all know I'm not great at that.
Right.
However, I think it was roughly 350,000 people that went to this rally, right?
Yeah.
There's roughly, I can't even tell you how many people there are in this nation, let alone this world, right?
Right.
So the amount of people who showed up to this rally, drop in the bucket. They are under 1% of the representation of anything. I don't care what movement or president we're talking about. I just want you guys to hone in on these general numbers. Under 1%.
Yes.
0.00 something, and this is this number.
Yes.
That's also the same number for serial killers. I find deep comfort in that.
Yes.
That's also the same number for like people winning the lottery.
Yes.
That one's sad.
It is very sad.
That one's more sad.
Probably not going to win.
Right. So I guess if you guys are really like struggling with this, just know like it's okay.
I think it's more that people are...
I think I really
Number one, it's like being embarrassed, right? It's like they're like our crackhead sister that is out in the... Okay. They're our Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, I once was great.
And you know how redhead. Like year after year you kept going, she's gonna get it together. And so much so that she had to go to Paris and open a nightclub. Like Lindsay the Lohan, who had an acting career, successful.
Yeah.
Girls looked up to her. I think she put out an album.
Oh, did she?
I believe so.
Oh, all those young girls it was lovely.
Did. That's just my point. So trying to explain to a child, you know, that's the only way to do it, is to be like, look, we don't even know. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't get it. So I can't explain something to you that doesn't make sense. But grown men meeting up with their friends in the woods to put plaster Paris in a footprint that they say is from Bigfoot also doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean?
A lot of layers.
So I have to say to her, sometimes as an adult, I have to look at you and go, your guess is about as good as mine, sweetie. Okay.
I imagine that this is similar to what a lot of people even said 20 years after civil rights movement, right? Yeah. When kids were in school looking at their friends saying, wait, how bizarre is it that 10 years ago you wouldn't have been in school with me? 10 years for somebody, that's a huge jump.
How do you explain that to a child?
How do you explain that to a child, especially a child between the ages of 10 and 18?
Which is heartbreaking, by the way, because if you've ever had to explain, I remember the first time I had to explain to Keek that at one point back in the day, Dad and I would have never been allowed to be together, be seen together in public.
That one is really devastating.
We would have had separate bathrooms. I wouldn't have been able to go to school with you if we were the same age. And that is like, to watch your kid have to make that realization. And of course, obviously we waited until she was old enough and they were talking about it in school, but she had questions. So here's the thing. We can laugh about it, right? We can joke about it. We know these people are not all screwed all the way into the wall. However, it can become a very dangerous situation because unfortunately it does not take 20 million people to plant a bomb, to hurt people. It doesn't. It only takes one
Ted
psycho.
Kaminski, the fucking Unabomber.
Killing it.
He was bombing. Literally bombing for like a decade. Motherfuckers living up in Montana like actual Sasquatch.
Like
people haven't seen him since the Unabomber. Weird timing there. You get that connection? That was pretty spot on. If you saw that motherfucker, he looked like Sasquatch he looked like, too.
I'm like, are you sure
a tiny little angry fuck, but he was like, you know, hairy and shit.
Right.
My whole point being like, these people are fucking bananas and they're all going to go back wherever they came from.
They are. We just have to make sure. Here's the
thing.
They're
fucking riled up though. And you know what? We should be holding fucking Facebook accountable. God damn it.
Mark Zuckerberg, ever since he got started when he stole the idea, it's never been a good idea since. It really hasn't. I can do without Facebook. I've said that.
I think it should be
horrified when Facebook bought Instagram. I was horrified and very upset.
Yeah.
And they instantly started changing Instagram. I was very upset.
I just think you guys are all fucking cocksuckers. Big tech.
It's wild.
I mean, like, literally, big tech obviously runs the world. I'm not, like, a conspiracy theorist. I just feel like this is fairly obvious. We're all fucking hooked to our phones.
Yeah.
Sucking the dick of big tech.
It is what it is.
It is the big dick.
I take it every morning and every night.
Every morning, every night. And we can't live without it, right?
Yep.
Here's my whole thing. So you have like all this information at your fingertips, and then some asshole, you're telling me like nobody gets to be like, I'll send it. What?
Yes, because I think that people sometimes, a lot of times, believe what they believe, and then they see on their line
to get this kind of news information. You used to have to be in the deep dark forum web, not trying to like buy kids and shit, which is like a special subsection.
Yes,
but you were trying to find out like dirt on politicians.
Yes,
what kind of like what's that weird sex trade of the Japanese where they like tie you up in weird knots?
That one's escaping me.
Oh, okay, not off the grip. Okay, get it.
Not off the top.
I'm just saying, like, that was also information that was now it's just on Facebook.
Well, and the problem too is that
I don't know what to believe.
Everyone's a blogger. Everyone's a news reporter, and everybody can publish something, right? Which is the great thing about our country, and sometimes can also be obviously the fallout.
No, this is fucking insane. This is trash.
This is trash.
Okay, credentials were put in place for exactly that.
Yes.
The word is actually credentials.
Yes. Yes.
I like,
yes.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I hear you. I see you. Again, you and I cannot have this conversation because we make sense. These people do not make sense. We can't argue a point and say like, we don't get it, or this is happening, or this is where, because it doesn't. Again, how am I going to make sense of Sasquatch? Yet Travel Channel's killing it. They're on repeat.
I just want to repeat this again. Rioting and destroying public property, personal and public property on any belief that you believe in or whatever the fuck is not okay.
You cannot.
I don't care how angry you are about any cause, and I sincerely mean that. Protesting and freedom of speech are beautiful things, and we can get a lot of work done with it. And that's all this comes down to. Rioting and fucking looting and stealing shit and breaking our fucking Capitol.
The Capitol
motherfuckers should have your knees broken.
The Capitol is all of that is correct. And then we go, it's the Capitol. So we cannot as a society, there has to be some lines that we all draw, even when we're the most upset. You cannot be going into federal property because you know what's happening? Other countries that don't like us.
Yeah.
Can now see how very easy it is to walk in and do whatever horrible things they would like to do to us. And they're going to
be like, we're still not taking the South.
They're like, no, thank you.
Okay.
So I got to tell you. Okay, so I don't think I told you this story.
Okay.
This is a real life story. You've known me a lot of years.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever said to you, like, I've had a close encounter. I don't think I've ever said to you, I saw a werewolf the other night. It was wild. Never. I need you to believe me when I tell you this, okay? So, about a month and a half ago, Keek and Bill are downstairs. And Bill was like, I'm going to go get some meat from Butcher Boy. I'm going to make hamburgers. He makes the best hamburgers. Said, I can't wait. I'm upstairs, no pants on. Chilling, no bra, like, you know when you're just in it. I was in it. All of a sudden, Keek comes running up the stairs. She was like, Dad wanted me to come get you. You got to come downstairs right now. I said, let me tell you something. Something better be on fire. Other than that barbecue grill. Because I do not want to put on pants. It's freezing outside. It was like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
She goes, Dad told me to tell you to come down now. So I'm like, okay, well, some weird shit must be up. So I put my pants on and grab my robe, shimmy down the stairs, go outside. I'm like, fucking what? He goes, what's that? And I was like, what are you talking about? What's that? He goes, that. So he's pointing up to the sky, and there's these 3 dots. So at first I was like, fresh annoyed. I'm like, you're so annoying. Those are stars. Those are stars. And he goes, really? Do stars move like that? And all of a sudden, it was like the 3 turned into 2. Then 1 shot this way. And it was kind of cloudy. But right in the middle part, it was clear. You could see the sky perfectly. You could see the Big Dipper. The 1 went across the sky, stopped, came back, hit the other one. This one went this way, came back. They hit one another. The one went up, came back down. No helicopters. No, I mean, we're pretty high up in Northwest. So, I mean, I can hear a plane. I can hear a helicopter. I'm not an idiot. Trust me, I'm the last bitch that's like, I saw a UFO. When I tell you we stood there and I said, where's your phone? He goes, it's inside. Where's your phone? I'm like, I didn't fucking bring it down. You said, she just told me to come on down. Full on for 35 minutes. We called the neighbors. They came out to watch it.
Aliens.
Dude.
I'm being serious.
Aliens.
Aliens. They're real.
Aliens. They're real. It was wild.
I know.
It was
the
first time I ever can say that I witnessed something that I was like, I cannot explain that. So I called over
excited?
to...
Did it tickle your giny?
No, my giny wasn't tickled, but I did call the, what do you call it? What do they call it? The flight fucking, and I was just like, did you guys, no, but I was like, do you guys have any planes last night, or were you testing some shit? They were like, no, it was cloudy. We don't test during that time. Why? And I was like, no reason. I'm not being on a fucking list.
Aliens.
No, I don't know what it was, but I can tell you it wasn't a plane and it wasn't a helicopter. Yeah. They were the size of when you look at a star. Yeah. So we got the telescope out and everything. And it would just, one would hit the other one would separate, then the third one would appear back in the middle, and the one in the middle just kept moving in a circle. It was wild.
Like, you gotta think, like, the ancient Egyptians made pyramids.
I mean, they didn't really, with like slave labor, but yeah.
Well, no, that's not my point. Regardless of how many human bodies, enslaved or not.
Right.
To build pyramids?
Yeah.
With no equipment?
I mean, slaves can be motivated.
We could not do that to this day.
No, we could not. First of all, we're way too lazy.
I mean, we could obviously do like the rolling mechanisms that they did, but to actually build pyramids like that?
Yeah.
There's no fucking way. They've measured them out perfectly?
They didn't even have one of those scales. Like,
no.
Is this even? Is it level?
No.
Brick and mortar just.
You guys, this is a real rough week. We're really searching for things because there's no answers to anything anymore.
Yeah, it's been pretty insane. It's been pretty intense.
One of the things that I refuse to let this shit do, and I genuinely mean this, and I think this is a problem a lot of other people are having, is like, I refuse not to laugh about this. I absolutely refuse to let this do what it's done to so many people in our society, which is overwhelm them, give them power, scare them, living in fear, not sure. You know, I can't even tell you how many times I've heard, like, I don't know if I want kids because I don't know if I want to bring them into this crazy world.
It's always
and I'm like,
crazy.
so great, let the fucking bad guys win. Good thing you're not a parent, you big pussy.
Yeah, it's always been a bad world.
I don't want it. They're so scary.
Unless you're a piece of shit, and then please do not procreate.
The pieces of shit don't say that. The pieces of shit are like, more of me. Like, dude,
you know what?
legit.
You make a lot of points.
You know, like, I'm good. Like, I need my boys out there, like, being like, no, you guys, calm down. Come on, stop being fucking Nazis.
Right,
let's just stop that.
Right.
Look here. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I want like strong young man who
know how to lose. You got to be able to also, but this also 100%. Goes back to knowing how to lose, knowing how to win.
100%.
Acceptance is a big thing. And it's hard for some people to have acceptance, right? You see it with jobs, like people will get a new boss, or people will have to, like, they'll be like, we're moving your cubicle. And people are like, in the break room, just like, this fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. And you're like, it hasn't even happened yet. Maybe give it a second.
Things that fucking ruin people's days. I mean, these aren't little things. Like,
no, what we mean, like, cubicle things.
Yeah, but like little shit like that. I mean, this is why we're the weaker species. Not women. Yeah. I'm talking about humans.
Yes.
Like, you don't see fucking polar bears bitching about cubicles and their whole fucking houses are melting down
around them at a rapid rate. And whose fault is that?
Bad guys. The bad guys.
Bad guys.
So don't have kids. Don't have people who want to fucking save the polar bears. You're right. You know what? You better sit this one out. And then I bet you like to think that you're not the problem.
Everyone thinks they're not the problem. Let me tell you something. I wake up every morning knowing I am very much the problem.
Literally just think I need to go brunch it out, not have kids, wonder why I have a void, ghost that guy, ignore the one who likes me, and then feel totally empowered.
Well, and we have this thing,
and
where
that goes
like,
for men too. So fuck you, cocksuckers.
Yeah.
I was just using a feminine example.
It's also the people that are like wiling out in Starbucks who are like, I'm doing this to make a point. Oh, you will serve me my latte. I have a note from my doctor. It's like no one fucking cares, Randy. No one cares, Randy. Okay? We just told you we'll bring the latte out to your car. I don't want it brought out to my car. I want to order it in the store. I want to...
So true.
Shut the fuck... Shut up. Shut up. Shut
it's like
the fuck up.
Parenting, I could see the intimidation because it's just a fine balance of letting them know what a beautiful little shining star they are.
Yeah.
But also knowing that there's a million fucking stars in the universe.
Yeah. And you're not that shiny, bitch.
Right? Like, I don't know what it is. Like, all we can do is just, like, love people, love our kids, and, like, not make them fucking assholes.
Just don't be a piece of shit. And you know who you are. Listen, we've all been a piece of shit at some point. But there's a difference between being a piece of shit and being a real piece of shit. Yeah. Like, we all know that person. We're like, you're a real piece of shit.
Think about this. Here, you guys, if you're having trouble grappling with this, you go to a rally for whatever you believe in.
Sure.
They say, we're going to march for our beliefs. There's the people who show up and march for their beliefs. And then if you get the inclination that it's time to break a window or fuck somebody else's day,
okay,
you're an asshole.
No, first of all, back up. If you go to a rally and the man standing next to you has horns on the top of his head, go home. If you are in a rally and the person standing to your right and your left have on, I saw one guy, he had a bulletproof vest, but the vest was too small, like he couldn't spring, like he was the guy who ordered last minute from Amazon. So like the bulletproof vest only covered like this much of his chest.
It was just a weight vest.
Yeah. Like that's wild. The shooter has to be wildly accurate for your life to be saved. If you can't even order a bulletproof vest correct, you start looking around and going, all right, because there is a certain kind of aesthetic, if you will, that people like this wear. Let's go through it. Fatigues. Okay.
Doomsayers. I don't think there's one person on there who isn't preparing for doomsday.
Like if you go to their house and in their garage, they have a ton of canned foods and they're all organized.
Yeah.
And they always want to bring you in the garage to see it.
And oh yeah. Yes.
Because they're very proud of it. But they're like, don't tell anyone.
People.
They're like, but don't tell anybody because...
Did you ever watch that one Doomsdayer where he got this wife from Guadalajara?
Sounds about right.
Mexico. She came back up and he married her and then he made her do drills.
Yes. That one was wild because deep down somewhere she was just like, I did not sign up for this.
She's like, I thought we were going to Hawaii.
Why are we using all of our vacation money for canned foods and water?
Oh, that one you really done got.
Like that guy, like she got the bad end. Like when people are like, I don't want to be in my country. I'm like, no, this is what you guys do to them when they come here. It's not great. Have you watched 20 minutes of 90 Day Fiancé? Just 20 smooth minutes.
Absolutely.
I mean, some of those girls very youthful. And some of those gentlemen are
is just
very
bouncing.
Elderly.
One guy, I think he wrangled twins.
There's no way.
Yeah, he did.
Did he really?
Mm-hmm, he did.
That's a good con.
He wanted her as the backup wife, so I guess he didn't get to sleep with both of them. But if one thing happened to the wife,
he had a backup.
Doomsday, they had an agreement. She'd fall in.
Well, clearly you want all your kids to look alike. Duh.
A client of mine brought up a great point that not a lot of highly educated people are having more children.
No.
And these are stats.
No, these are these are basic stats. I mean, look around. Go to the store, look around. If you see somebody wearing fatigues, T to B, and you say to them, "Thank you for your service," and they say to you, "Never been in the Army." Now, I'm not talking about a woman. Like, women like to wear cute little like titties and like. But if you just have like a regular friend and we all know this guy. We went to high school with them.
Yeah.
I've
never actually met one. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I personally have never met one who wears things like that. If they hadn't been in the...
I'm sorry? When you were in high school, you never had that one guy who wore fatigues on the bottom all the fucking time? He had fatigues in every color. Gray fatigues. Dark brown fatigues.
No, not just... You not didn't if see he him. Wasn't
you
associated.
You didn't see him.
Maybe I was busy.
You weren't... Trust me. I didn't even go to high school with you. You didn't see him. You weren't looking. You weren't peeping them. Okay?
Just moved on.
You just moved on.
I'm not a bully.
If there's a guy wearing a full-on... And this is I want to be fair, okay? We all had the one guy in high school who wore a leather jacket, a duster, if you will, and we were all concerned, right? They had the hair parted down the middle,
black.
So you already know.
I have seen him. He's hard to miss.
And he was nice. He was always nice. Never a dick. But we were always concerned.
Look the same over time. I have a guy who walks up and down a main street going to my house. And like, why are the bells on their pants like this round, right? Their shoes are totally covered. It's actually like they're just
because that's where you keep your shotgun.
I was gonna say it's definitely a school shooting attire for sure.
And again, not all the kids did anything bad. Not a lot of them did nothing, right? I got out of high school unscathed, but I will tell you that we had a bomb threat at Reno High. When I was in high school, I think it was my junior or sophomore year. And I'm not going to lie to you. Everyone was silently pointing fingers right away.
Had a couple suspects.
We were like, Damien did it.
Real suspect.
We were like, we don't know that Damien did it, but has anyone taken a look at Damien? Has anyone seen Damien today?
He looks awfully calm.
Super calm.
But also purposeful.
Right. And they always walk with such intent. Right? They never look like they're just out for a stroll.
True.
They look like they're going to fuck something up. Okay?
Totally.
So when you have people like this, they have a specific look. They're always wearing, another facet is they're always wearing the shoes with the metal on the inside, steel-toed boots, but they don't work in construction.
That's very true.
They have a ton of guns, and they're not like, when you go in their house, they're not like locked up. They're just out. They got like a couple shotguns in the living room. Couple AKs in the back room.
You guys, this world. Speaking of crazier things globally, let's take a tow across the pond, if you will.
Ooh.
What the fuck is up with that prime minister's goddamn hair? You're gonna go on goddamn BBC as a respected prime minister globally looking fucking wild? People gave us so much shit for Donald Trump. Heard it, get it, see it, live it. And this motherfucker could just walk around like, literally, he looks disheveled. Like, he doesn't look well.
Well,
like, if I saw him rapidly approaching me from the back, I would be alarmed, like mace in hand.
But you also have to remember, too, the Brits aren't like Americans. I mean, just take one glance in the teeth. And I'm not saying all British people. I'm not. That is not a stereotype. I watch a lot of BBC shows. A lot. And
it's just a fact.
It's a fact. The grill isn't great. So, like, if the grill isn't great, I don't think that the hair is a big concern.
What is that?
They also wore wigs for a long time. So, like, what was that?
You guys were, like, the beginning. I assume, like, wasn't England, like, the beginning of well-dressed and wigs, and maybe France, too. But, like, how did the teeth just get... Like, it's like teeth. My pearls are my moneymaker.
They were always bad. There was never a time that they were like great and then they disintegrated. That was never a thing.
Why are American teeth so much better? Can we talk about one positive thing about Americans?
Well, not that group, but our groups, yeah.
I'm saying teeth. Fantastic.
Well, because we are very obsessed with our looks in America. That's your class.
I'm telling you, poor going to Europe, those motherfuckers be obsessed with themselves.
Depends on what part of Europe.
Well,
and it's typically only the women. you typically do not see a lot of European men losing their shit unless they like want to be Fabio and on the front of a magazine.
I was gonna say Spaniards are pretty fucking bad.
Spaniards are, I mean, you know,
English guys are typically unattractive,
and they don't dress well.
The board.
We love you guys too. I love your accents.
They all have like a very business casual always attire, right?
Yeah, you're not sure if they just got off work or if they're going to work.
Yeah, or if they're going to play cricket.
Right.
Or really reaching. I'm reaching. Sorry, you guys.
We do have a correspondent. We can ask her.
We do. We have somebody on the inside.
Her teeth are great.
And they are.
I know you guys are concerned. Her teeth are amazing.
No, yeah. And she is adult. She nabbed herself an American.
One of our Americans. And when I say ours, I just mean our friend.
Took him back. I bet he's glad about that now. Eh?
I think A is Canadian.
Canadian, you're right.
Yeah. But I was reading an article last night that said there's a spike of 360% of Americans who have applied for citizenship in Canada. So I found that alarming and fun. Canada. What's there to worry about?
I hope you guys like. Why is it better there? I'm confused.
Well, because Canada
internet, like
doesn't.
The average internet bill there is like $250.
Well, they have free healthcare, and they also don't have a ton of guns, so they don't have a ton of mass shootings every day. So that's a perk for a lot of people. A lot of people, that's a perk. And
I'm going to tell you fuckers right now, I love my guns.
You can love a gun, but you're also a responsible gun owner. You're not going to let your children have access to guns. Some people don't believe in that. And whether or not it's right or wrong, we still had a Sandy Hook.
No.
We still have shootings. We still
absolutely.
have kids being killed. So
you know what's interesting that I learned? I was in Scotland 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, for the wedding.
Yes. And we're sitting there and I was laughing. I'm a fucking horrible person. But I was struggling to myself because they were like, you guys, what's a good Scottish accent?
Nope, don't do it.
I got to try.
Don't do it. Please don't.
You guys, I'm too tired right now.
So we've insulted the English, which we really didn't insult. We just pointed out.
They go, the knife violence, it's up again.
So they have a large knife violence.
So I look over.
They do. They have a lot of knife violence. Like a real fucking
idiot. And I'm like, wow, why is knife violence so prevalent here? I just think, like you never hear about,
right.
Like, occasionally you do, but like I feel like in America when you hear about somebody getting fucking stabbed to death, it's like a passionate crime.
Yeah.
Like we call it very like intimate. Like,
yes.
I'm going to stab you to death because I fucking hate you and you fuck my fucking sister.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? They're like, well, what else are they supposed to kill him with? I'm like, all because you don't have guns. Like, it's just human nature. I guess that's why I just don't agree.
We're just so used to our guns.
Like, oh, you can't shoot people? Oh, I'm just gonna fucking stab you then.
Yeah, but if you stab somebody to death, you really earned it. Right? Because a gun, shooty, bang, bang, done.
I did
but
think
to knife
maybe
somebody?
Like gang violence was maybe more up here because of guns. And they actually said that the gang violence is strictly driven by knives over there.
No, everyone has knives there.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, so the same amount of gang violence, they still have cartels, they still have the whole bit, right? Yeah. Here, people be doing drive-bys and nasty shit.
They're flinging stars.
They're fucking stabbing
ninja stars.
Dude, shoot me. I'm just saying, like, if I had to choose, shoot me. I don't imagine that, like, the drug game is strong in Canada. I don't know if the cartels can handle the climate, frankly.
I really don't. That's what I'm saying. I can see the move. I can see the push. I can see where we're going with this.
I'm not opposed. I do love the idea of universal health care.
I love Victoria, Canada.
And I will say the Canadians that I've met are frankly just pleasant
Very
overall.
Pleasant people. Not a big Putin fan. Is that what it's called? Putin? Putin. It's called Putin. Where you have you have fries with gravy on it.
Ooh, that sounds like a tasty
Not
treat.
a fan.
Oh,
I'm a good old American girl. I want my ranch.
For sure.
I want my ketchup and my ranch, baby.
But they're fucking freezing, dude.
That's what I'm saying. So they're just like, get some heat on there. Yeah, I get it.
Now I see.
Also in
I don't like the cold like that.
Ireland, they have a huge drug problem. Huge.
What kind?
Heroin.
Yeah.
It's not the fun one. I was watching some documentary about it because I love a good documentary. And they had they have CCTV. They're big on CCTV, which, by the way, huge fan.
Is that where they basically can fucking track you from like the time you wake up to the time you go to bed?
Like, you know, when like people die on the shows we watch, and they're like,
pull up
like in the United States, they're like, it took us like 17 days. We had to go to a Shell gas station. No. In fucking England or wherever, they're like, just tap into the fucking CCTV. Let's see where this bitch was up to. So it's very much easier for them to solve crimes. But when I was watching this documentary, I'll get the name of it. In these smaller towns, people are literally walking around like zombies. They have some of the places have curfews, and people are so high, I'll send it to you tonight.
Yeah, I'd love to watch it.
You guys, I'll post it in the description box. It was a wild documentary. It was a documentary about drugs, but it was specifically about how it's just raging out of control. That you typically will find heroin will wipe out an entire family. So it'll be like maybe the mom started using it, then the kids got on board, and then their kids got on board, and then everyone dies of an overdose. Happens all the time. They were saying a wild statistic about the amount of funerals that are held monthly and weekly. I'll send it to you. It's wild. It was a few years ago, so I'm hoping maybe they got it under control. I don't know. Heroin's a tough one to beat.
I just don't ever know, with everything that we know about it and like the people who do it, that they look like that. Like when you're like, that's a good idea. Like I've seen some pretty hot people hopped up on some cocaine. And I'm like, doesn't seem that bad. I've seen some pretty cute people just fucking smoking a little joint, just having a good time, eating a little edible, having a good time.
Smiling, laughing.
Smiling,
Give me some of that.
What's another one?
Ecstasy.
Ecstasy. Oh my gosh. Some lovely.
What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to rub up against the carpet.
Worst thing is going to be having you sweating your tits off.
And you're going to have a rave in your house.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday.
But like heroin, like I've never seen, and I mean, thank God, right? I've never seen anybody who was doing heroin who was just like really doing well.
Like just having a blast.
Like you see these people with like meth mouth and sores and it's just so odd to me that this is just like takes over you because you're literally, you look at it and you're like, sign me up.
Yeah, but again, therein lies the problem. I don't think it's less about.
It's just wild to me.
The drug, and it's more about what people. It's hard for us to understand because there's no way that I would ever try heroin.
No.
And it's not to say that growing up, being at parties, being at different functions.
I've never been around ever physically. And I've been to Burning Man. I've been to music festivals.
You probably just didn't know. Heroin addicts, meth users. Number one, you and I are very drug naive. We are not hanging out with a lot of people who are like, hand me my pipe. So that's number one.
Somebody one time at Burning Man was like, do you want to try some, I can't even remember what it's called. DMT, I want to say. PMT.
No, DMT, right?
DMT. And
that's
I was
the
like,
one where they're like, ketamine.
I was all, tell me, what's your experience? I really wasn't like this guy. I was taking nothing from him.
Right.
Nothing. Like
not even advice.
Not even a fucking harmonica. Like, no. But I was curious. This is the way he offered it. And he goes, well, what you'll do is you'll take it and I'll blow the horn.
Nope.
And
already
then
out.
Put the blanket over your head.
I'm already out.
So one of our friends had done it. And I said, well, what was your experience? And he said, well, the dolphins came. And I was like, nope.
Because I'm not into tripping.
What the fuck?
I'm not into tripping.
You wanted little... Like, what?
No.
Are you saying?
I don't need flipper flipping over my
really
fucking head
lovely.
While I'm trying to be high.
I'm like, what? I just like want to chill.
For sure.
Like sometimes if I ever smoked weed, I personally am not a weed person. But the one thing I will say I loved about weed is the flavor explosion in your mouth.
Wow, that's a very good description.
Each bite was like its own little adventure of flavor.
Yeah.
Like I have honestly had some fantastic food in my life. I don't think food has ever tasted as good as when I was properly high on marijuana. It's great. I love it. I don't need it. All the aftermath of like fogginess and not feeling super comfortable wasn't worth it for me.
How much weed were you eating?
Oh,
you ate too much.
No, I didn't. I never ate it. I just one of my exes, he used to have a vape pen.
Oh, okay.
And then we'd on Sundays go see movies for like hours and then eat.
You can't do too much vaping.
Fond memories, my friend.
Yeah.
Not fond enough.
Oh shit.
Ta-ta for now.
Ta-ta. See you around. But
I'm just saying, like, I've never been in a situation where I've ever seen any like thing hardcore like that.
The most interesting thing I ever saw was a plate of blow. A giant plate, and it was mounted to the top.
Yeah, I've seen those before.
And I'm the kind of person that I'm not going to go first in line.
Right.
On a roller coaster, anything that seems sketchy. I'm
when
real
I
big.
watched Scarface. Lessons learned.
Lesson learned. I'm also the kind of person that, like, if I go to like a carny show, like a carny, like, you know, they put up the fucking whatever they're called. What is it? You know, like the zipper and fucking carousel. I'm not doing that. And this guy has 4 teeth. Just don't trust it. Doesn't feel safe to me personally. You look drunk still. You actually look drunk and high at the same time. Didn't know that was a thing. You look pumped up but tired all at one time. That doesn't give me a lot of faith that you put that zipper together and you're just throwing kids willy-nilly. You're smoking a cigarette that's always this short, by the way. It's never any longer than this. Never seen a carny with a full cig. Never. Always about that big.
Yeah.
Going just right down to the end. They're always holding the cigarette in their mouth while they're getting you in, fucking tightening up your shit. And why do you never feel safe when you jerk it? You're like, is it tight enough? If I won't do that, what are the chances that I'm going to do blow with a bunch of fucking people that I don't know? So a lot of times I'll just watch people and I will never forget. Everyone was like, just get it all in there. And they looked like they were having no fun. They just kept wanting to talk my ear off about nothing important. I actually found it more annoying, to be quite honest. It was like talking to a 4-year-old kid. You know when a 4-year-old kid has nothing interesting to tell you, but they want to talk to you? Like, and,
yes.
Also, I have a stuffed animal, and his name is Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, inside, you're like, shut the fuck up. I hate talking to you. But outside, you're like, I love you. But inside, you're like, I don't fucking care, bro. But outside, like when Keek was little, she'd come in the room and I'd be like, Bill and I would be mid-conversation or watching a movie. When she was real little, like 7, and she'd be like, I have something I want to tell you. And I go, up, before you say it, we are in the middle of a movie. It better be good. Whatever you're about to tell me, better not be some random fucking information about fucking turtles. I'm telling you right the fuck, I will be keyed up. It better not be about a mouse that you saw in fucking 2 years ago. Oh, yeah. It better be good. Because you tell the worst stories. I have told her that since she was a kid. You tell the worst stories. Tell me no more of your stories. Come with some better, interesting shit.
Yeah. I think I was always a pretty decent storyteller.
I was a great storyteller. Yeah. I was writing books at 7.
Oh, I do hate it when people can't tell a story.
Oh, and they
then
think
you have
they're
to take
good.
it over. You're like, stop. That's not it.
Let me finish this.
God, my
husband. Got you. It's like
so bad.
Here's the problem.
Like, and then it was you're laughing before it's over.
Right. I don't like that my husband leaves out too many details.
Yeah.
Like he'll tell someone a story and then they'll repeat the story back to me that he told them. And I'm like, he left out the biggest part. We got abducted by aliens. What the fuck? Like,
and then the aliens.
The fuck?
He's like, and then she was just outside.
He's like, I don't know. I never saw her again for a while. And then she just came back in the house. Anyways, burgers were great. Like, what? No, you missed the biggest fucking punchline of it all, which was that a black woman got abducted by aliens.
That's pretty exciting stuff. No, you guys, all I can say is the word, and I know everybody's feeling it too. It's just exhaustion.
This is my voice. Do you hear my voice? I am not sick. I am not ill. It was not my fucking. I know, as a patient told me today, I was poisoned. She was like, "Oh, you got your vaccine? Well, you're poisoned and chipped.
Be prepared."
I said, "Chip? They have my phone. Verizon can find a bitch anywhere." Okay? Did you not watch Snowden?
Luckily.
Yeah. This is not my vaccine. This is pure stress. This is just shenanigans that I'm overhearing about. I want us to move on and let's have some fucking fun. Faux show.
I'm ready for it. 2021, baby.
I'm excited to, so I've started making a list of all the things I'm excited to get back to once I get my second shot.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to go back and like really go to a restaurant and eat dinner. That's number 1. Number 2, I'm going to start going back to wearing lipstick. Because we really haven't been able to wear a nice gloss or a lipstick.
Absolutely.
At all. These babies have been hidden for a smooth 9 months, and they're ready to see some people.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
Number 3, I got really bummed out the other night. Because, like, my favorite song came on, and I started dancing, and then I thought, oh my God, I need to go dancing. And then I was like, oh wait, I can't. I'm really excited to bust a move. I have been working on some sweet, sweet new dance moves. Like, sweet, sweet dance moves.
I'm very excited.
Like, dance moves I haven't brought out in years.
Yeah. That need to be...
Someone's got to see them.
Absolutely.
Bill came into their garage the other night, and when I tell you I was popping and locking and did not stop.
Okay, well, we're all excited about that. If you're not getting a vaccine for anything else, let it be for pocket and locket.
I was popping and locking. Like, I mean, full invested. And I was in the middle of the song. It's not even like Bill came out beginning of song. He was just like, what are you doing? I said, fucking, what does it fucking look like? I'm fucking popping and fucking locking, bro. Fucking killing it. Fucking killing it, bro.
I just can't wait to take my kids to a park again.
That's what you are looking forward to the most?
No,
like, what the fuck?
I'm definitely.
I mean, you're a good parent, but let's be realistic for a minute.
I'm just talking about like daily life, like
just daily.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fucking traveling. I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to Mexico.
The minute I can go to Mexico,
I'm going to Mexico.
I'm going to Mexico,
living like a king.
And I also can't wait to do this. You got to try this.
Oh yeah, just try it.
Just here,
just try it.
Try this beverage.
No cooties.
No cooties.
100%.
Like, there are some things that I'm really excited about. Also, you guys, okay, so, can you guys see my eyebrows? Got an eyebrow lift. Botox. Pew, 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 pew. It's like, let's do it. I'm trying to be a little bit more outside of my box. Why not? That's my new tagline. # why not?
You're doing it.
Sick of those brows? Yeah. Want a brow lift? Why not? So we'll see.
You know what I want to try? Because I love my lips. I want to try the new Botox lip flip.
Pardon?
You heard me. It's called a lip flip.
What? Okay.
So I guess they put the Botox here, ladies and gents. Can you see it?
No, you're in front of your mic. Okay, now they can.
And it goes...
right in there. Okay, so I have seen...
I think it'll be sexy.
Now, I don't know what the end look is going to look like. Just kind of some first off the head remarks.
Not the move.
You have the perfect lips for your face, though. You have beautiful lips.
I love my lips.
Someone pointed this out, and then it didn't really dawn on me that we share moles. So that's a weird thing that we share.
Oh, on this corner?
No. So you've got 2, I've got 2. We both have one right here on the top of our lip, right there.
Oh, yeah.
We both have, you've got 2 right here. I've got 2 right here. It's weird.
I love my moles, and I always have.
Love my moles. Love my
them.
Beauty marks.
They
love
really
them.
are.
Because if you're not going to give me dimples, you got to give me something else.
I was never down for dimples. I didn't get it.
What?
Just 2 fucking buttholes on either side of your face. And people are like, it's so cute.
No, when I tell you I went hard. When I was 23, I considered, this is how intense I was. I went to a plastic surgeon. I said, give me dimples. He said, well, I can't do that.
He's like, I don't give face assholes out.
This is what he said to me.
Now you will never, ever, ever not be able to see them.
No, now that you've said that, yeah, it'll live in my fucking brain forever. I said, well, how do I achieve a dimple?
There used to be 2 girls that I know, and they were very similar looking, either cousins or sisters, and they both had these giant dimples, and people thought that they were just like, it was like their thing in high school. And I remember being like,
no, because I think you're the problem.
They were so deep, and I was like, it's like a fucking giant blackhead. Like, what?
No, but then when they don't smile, it's just everyday normal face. Yeah. I'm into that.
Remember when people are piercing them?
No, so that's what I was going to do. He said to me, the only way that you can achieve that is if you get your lips pierced or get your cheeks pierced. I said, how long do I have to keep them pierced for? He said 9 months. I said, I'm out. I haven't even taken vitamins reliably for 9 months. You think I'm going to walk around with this face with those? That's definitely not happening.
Oh, as a person with nose piercing and ears and everything, like, there is nothing worse than fucking cheek piercings. You're like, aren't I edgy? And I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, at some age, you got to stop piercing. Like, I saw a woman the other day in her 50s, and she had a lip one right here. I thought, how tragic. No one's told you?
It's been out.
It's weird.
Ugh.
That's a commitment.
You know what I do think are actually pretty cute now? The little bowl.
I've always been into it.
It's really cute.
But I have the fake one so that I can, like, take it out. Like, sometimes if I wear my braids all the way up and I'm really trying to get that look, then I pop one in.
Oh,
I keep
that's
the nose
cute.
ring and I pop it in. Very cute. And it's got, like,
I want
cute
a
little
fake
design.
one.
I'll
What
get
is
you
it called?
some.
A septum?
Septum, yeah.
Oh, I want a fake one.
Like, I don't know why people are piercing anymore because you don't have to.
Literally, you just
You
don't.
actually really didn't have to circa 2001, I think.
I don't know if there's any falsy Prince Alberts out there, but...
Can you imagine if you're dating a guy, he fucking pulls down
Bust.
his pants, you're like, wow.
No,
and then his
thanks.
jewelry gets lost in your vagina. He's like, oh, hold on, I have the other side of the magnet. What? No.
What the fuck?
I had a dream
If
last
any
night.
dude ever pulled his shit down and just flopped out a freaking pierced wang, I'd be like, you're a bitch.
First of all, you can't flip that out. You got to warn somebody that you have a pierced dick.
Is it called a
called
Prince
a
Albert?
Prince Albert.
Because of the crown? Because it's supposed to be like a little crown.
And you know a man came up with it because no woman's ever looked at a dick and been like, good day, king. No. And no one's also looked at a pierced dick and also been like, I'm the jester, prince. No one.
Majesty.
Oh, your majesty, I can't wait to get you in my mouth.
A fucking stupid fucking idea.
Fucking loser. Get the fuck out of here with your weird piercings. And you know what else I don't like? And I don't care. Don't write in. I don't give a fuck. You know what else I don't like? I don't like men who have their nipples pierced. I don't care for it. It's an aggressive look. I don't like it. Now, if you're going to do it, if you absolutely insist on doing it, it needs to be a barbell going straight across. The only people that can
Is
wear...
there more designs? Shitting me? Like, there's more options?
Yeah, there's definitely more options. Yeah, because you can...
No, shit. Like what?
So you can do like you know how you have hoop earrings. You can do the hoops.
Oh, with the bar cross.
So anything you can put in your ear, bitch, you can put in your nipple. An earring's an earring, honey. I'm not into it. I don't like when men have the flip it like it looks like it flip up. Like, oh, your earring's up. Oh, sorry. Like, no, I don't want that. Like a woman can do it. I find it very sexy on some women, especially if they're wearing like lingerie and it's kind of see-through. I'm fine with that. Now, where you lose me women is when you have pierced your vaginas. Absolutely not.
Where do they even pierce it?
You pierce it right above the hood. Right above your clitoris.
I would never, ever, 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 ever do that to you.
One time I wiped too hard, I thought I was going to die.
Legitimately. Like, she's a delicate fucking flower.
Oh, man. Like, we were out of two-ply. We were out of toilet paper, which you know is a constant problem in this house.
Oh, yeah.
And I used a very rough paper towel. And, like, the toilet paper was of very good standards, but I had left it up to Bill to pick out. And, you know, men are always going to bring you the one-ply,
Imagine had you been pierced.
I rubbed the wrong way, and I was just like, so I guess I don't have a vagina
Like, are you
anymore.
very sexual or an anti-sexual? If you
No, you're very, because I've had two girlfriends who have it done. They said it is very erotic. But again, I feel like my clit's pretty erotic. I'm good.
She was born erotic.
That's it. She's always poking her fucking head. Like,
Yeah, she's always getting wild ideas.
she'll let you know. When she's ready.
She'll let you know.
Oh, she'll let you know. All
She's
right.
inventive,
Very
creative,
inventive,
curious.
Yeah. Yep, and we'll tell you
mysterious.
when she's not into it. We'll definitely
Adamant.
let you know. Adamant.
Yeah. She's strong in her convictions.
Very strong. Yeah.
Yeah, she needs she's humble, I guess. Maybe we just have humble clits.
Not to mention, when you think about your vagina and you think about
Clitorises.
piercing it, you also have to remember that means that said person went into a shop
Said I have a
and
great
said,
idea.
okay, hook me up. Really want my vagina pierced. They were like, cool. Then you had to take your pants off to some guy you just met, which for some of us isn't elite, but sober. You had to go in sober while he took a regular lit room, which I'll be honest. Vaginas to me a vagina is a beautiful thing, but not all vaginas are beautiful. Fuck you. I don't care who you are. Not all vaginas are beautiful. Now, I will say this. Much like our hair, you could dress that bitch up a little. angular right and the right lighting, that bitch is gorgeous. All right. Prettiest thing you've ever seen. Perfection. However, as you all know, the wrong lighting can change a lot. I mean, I've seen myself in bright lighting, then saw myself in low lighting, legitimately thought I was a gargoyle, and it's my body. I know it's me.
Yeah, I don't ever want to see her in like a clinical standpoint.
Absolutely not. I don't want to see her with the headlamp on, and the guy's like, okay, see what I'm looking at? How about we put the jewelry here? No, look here. That's my fucking nightmare.
That's horrendous. But enjoy. Honestly, you guys, whoever loves it,
no, get into it.
Get into it and love it, because I will never think about this again. Me and her are safe.
Oh, me and her are Gucci.
Yeah, that's all I have to say on that.
That's it. And I've been trying to lift my spirits by listening to old, like, really fun music that I like. Like, really fun. I'm taking a trip back down memory lane. It's honestly been so great. So, like, the other night, Okay. So I wasn't like scrolling through my Facebook, like, you know how some of us can do, but I was on Twitter, and there's a guy that I knew for a lot of years. We were friends, and, you know, whatever. And then, so.
Yeah, that was a good one. Pretty memorable.
You know, being a woman is a very tricky thing.
It is tricky.
When you are younger, you don't realize the kind of power you hold. You don't. I didn't realize that, right? I thought, man, take what you can get sometimes, bitch. Like, you know, you're always in love with a boy who's never in love with you, right?
We all have
That's
one,
every girl's
2, 3,
story, right?
5.
So around that time of life, right, I didn't realize what I had. And I remember this guy being so into me, just like, he was like, I will give you a home. I will move heaven and earth. And I was just like, I'll pass. But like, if you want to like play cards or like go shoot some hoops, I'm totally down with that. But like, no vagina, like penis shit. Okay. Nah. And when I look back as an adult, I definitely can say I didn't handle that situation great. There's a lot of situations I probably didn't handle great. I could have really not hurt a lot of people's feelings. But in my defense, and if you're out there and you're listening, I didn't know I was a bad bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know I had bad bitch energy. Like, I just, like, didn't know, because you're a young girl and you just don't have any confidence. So it was just like, no, I don't want to do that. Kind of, me and my vagina were leery of a lot of things.
Yeah.
So when I look back at that time, I got, like, a little choked up, because I was like, oh, I was so young. And it was, like, it was so sweet. It was, like, so sweet the way that he did it. And I remember literally pushing him away and going, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And then I think I said, I got to get in the shower so you can see yourself out. Or yeah. So when I look back, I'm like, it's good. It's good though, reflection. I feel like as adults, we don't really have a lot of time to reflect on our behavior sometimes. Yeah. And I can admit, like, I get when I hear a man say women are crazy or they're all bitches, I know that there was one out like me who was like, you professed your undying love. And I was like, well, it depends. Okay, I'm kind of hungry. Could you get me a burrito and we'll talk when you get back?
Yeah.
Then you just never let go of it.
Or you just, like, keep calling them every breakup.
I've done that.
God damn it. There's always that one, too.
I've only had one guy call me out. I had one guy call me out, and he called me out. And he was like, dude, fuck off hardcore. For sure, you only fucking call me when... And I was like, right, so then what's the problem? Like, I don't understand why we're surprised.
On the same page.
Yeah, like, we are on the same page.
Yeah, yes.
But much like Corona, you caught feelings, bitch.
Yeah,
But now looking back as an adult, you know, it's kind of fun to like listen to old music that, and they were like definitely songs that were like, oh, like.
Yeah. Well, and they obviously just like bring back those really specific memories. Yeah. I should really do that sometime.
I'm telling you. I'm
really serious.
When like the kids are sleeping, Ian's down, I'm telling you, I pop in, like if I'm like editing or something, I'm just like, I need a minute. I'll pop in my headphones and I'll just start like listening. And sometimes I can't remember who sang it. So I'll like get on Shazam and like sing it out. And then they'll know exactly what I'm talking. Like, thank you, Shazam. They know exactly. I mean, that's why my voice sounds like this. I was singing. Okay. Like I was Whitney the Houston. Okay. And so I think it's so much fun though to like it was like, I could smell like the beach when I was a kid and like all my girlfriends were just like raging and having fun and float in the river, and it was a good memory. And right now, I feel like we need
coming
good
up
memories.
with new fun ideas on how to cheer yourself up.
Because if not, I'm gonna slit my wrist and push myself down a fucking flight of stairs.
No, I'm serious. I love it.
When I heard that ABC was halting the pickup after the break of Grey's Anatomy, I almost dove headfirst out of the window. What am I gonna do in a month? What am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be watching to take my mind off of it? Kim and Kanye are over, okay?
Oh, are they really divorcing?
Okay, here's the thing. You know what I find very interesting? Just really quick, we'll dive into this because I find it very fascinating that nobody is shocked. We are actually all shocked that this bitch hung in there this long. I'm not going to lie to you. If my husband was wilding out like this in public, just like doing the most, trying to start a church, aka like I would be, I give her kudos for trying to keep her family together. But sometimes, bitch, and this goes out to every woman who are in the public and who are not, bitch, sometimes you got to know when to call the curtain. You got to know when the show is over. And you got to say sometimes. I've met women and men who said, I really gave it my all, but I mean, at some point.
Don't they have like 4 kids?
They've got like 152 kids. So they've got like 4 or 5. 1, 2, 3, 5 kids. Right? Saint, North, Chicago, and then the 2 last ones that followed up. Don't ask me. Psalm. Damn, I know shit. Psalm, and then, I don't know, Revelations. Shit. Fuck it. Fucking Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know. The last one, they just fucking went with it.
I'm so proud of myself for not knowing these things.
I'm proud of her if she is getting a divorce. Because as a human being, whether you're a man or a woman, you, at some point, you cannot let your spouse, if you are mentally ill, that's one thing. But like, there's meds, there's things you can do. People work and live every day with bipolar disorder, with schizophrenia. They do. And they have their lives under control. And they don't do it for their spouses. They do it for themselves so they can have a normal life. If you cannot do that and you're like, I want to be creative. I want to put out another shitty shoe. I want to put out more shirts and sweaters with holes in them though. And I can't be creative when I take the pills. Then you should pack up your shit and get your kids out of there.
What does he have? Is he
bipolar disorder?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which, again, I understand. And sometimes people have a tough time. They go off their meds, whatever. But you can't be doing that. I mean, you can't be on TV talking about how your mom was going to abort you, like, and crying. Dude, what? That was so uncomfortable for me to watch. I didn't even watch the whole thing. I just it was on my feed, I remember. And I just remember it was this summer and I just went right past it. I'm like, I can't watch somebody have a full mental breakdown. And then barricade themselves into a compound. Dude, it's time to leave. Sometimes shit doesn't work out. You got enough money. When you got that kind of money, you got forgettable money.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, R.I.P. Kim and Kanye. KKW.
Oh, we have no idea what's going on. We are not hip any longer. So that boat has sailed. Now, dress-wise, we are. Dressing-wise.
I think so.
Banging. Makeup, boom. But no. Very cute glasses you're wearing today.
Oh, thank you.
Where were those purchased?
Amazon, where all the greats are.
Fucking Bezos. He does it every time.
Every time, that cocksucker.
That necklace is adorbs.
eBay.
I haven't shopped on eBay in a very long time.
I was just in a real rut looking for vintage.
Pieces.
Pieces. And eBay is really the OG.
Yeah.
And then you can now they're starting to pop up on Instagram and other, but I don't know, they're so cheap. I want actual vintage pieces repurposed,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
And
That's why I like Etsy. I do like an
Yeah.
Etsy because you can find something
absolutely
that's vintage and cute.
100%.
Yeah, I've had this voice all week, so I've had to explain to everyone, no, I do not have the vid. This is just life. This is just everyday life taking over. I just woke up one day and didn't have a voice. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
I mean, I was singing, but I think that has less to do with it.
I'm not
more.
a very astute person because I feel like you sound like this a lot. Maybe you're just a lower
I love you.
octave.
No, dude, I have no voice. This is me trying. I did a bunch of mint tea before we got in the studio. I will say, everyone, that we appreciate all of your love. We had so much love. We had so many people send us very nice messages. Very nice messages. Can't thank you enough. We're glad you guys are okay seeing our mugs.
Yeah, because I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a real wild ride this year. You're going to be seeing a lot of this.
A lot of that.
A lot of this. A lot of this.
Ooh, over the... I don't know. You guys are going to see these eyebrows get higher as these cheekbones get happier.
Same.
We're gonna see how it goes. You guys all put up pictures. Now, if they're too wild, hear me out there. You can tell me. I can take it. I could take it. Like if I come on the screen on your phone and you're like, you fucked up, just tell me.
Do it, you guys.
Yeah.
We love you.
All right, you guys. We love you. Try to stay sane. Do something fun. Listen to something old. I don't know. Find the CW. Remember the CW? The Frog?
Yeah.
Warner Brothers and the Frog.
Yes, I loved the CW.
You guys, go and find some shows from the CW that make you nostalgic. Stop watching the news. Watch it for like 2 minutes just to make sure we're not going to blow up. That's all I do. I just watch it to like locally make sure we're not going to blow up.
Yeah.
Well, no, like nationwide too. Like I also want to make sure like the Russians aren't coming. But like besides that, do something fun. You guys don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. You guys, we love you so much. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at The Hate Journals and, of course, Twitter, Hate Journals. And, of course, everything is always on our website, which is thehatejournals.com. We love you guys.
Love you long time.
And we see you next time. Bye.
Bye.